Should you still start Etsy dropshipping in 2024? I've been doing e-commerce for the past 5 years full time, and I've been doing Etsy dropshipping for the past 3 years. In this video, we're going to go over the 5 reasons why Etsy dropshipping is still the best way for a complete beginner to get into the e-commerce world. The first way is because it's so easy. Now, don't get me wrong, you do have to put effort into Etsy dropshipping. You're not just going to launch 5 products and make £1 million, but compared to everything else within the e-commerce world, it's incredibly easy to actually set up a store. Etsy is literally designed for 40, 50-year-old women to add listings to and start selling on. So if you have a basic knowledge of computers, in that you can open it up and you can type in a website, you are going to be fine and you are going to have the ability to actually do this. Whereas with something like Shopify, you're going to have to build a whole website, or something like Amazon, where there is so much complexity to it and the actual buying process and just all the different figures and all the different fees and everything. It's incredibly easy because it's literally designed for people with not very good computer skills to actually sell on it. The second reason is that it's cheap. With something like Shopify dropshipping, you're gonna have to spend $1,000 to $3,000 on advertisements to actually just figure out how it works. With Amazon, you're gonna have to spend even more money if you're going down a private label route. You're gonna have to spend literally 5, 6, I know some people that have spent $20,000 trying to do Amazon and it's failed. So in terms of the actual ease of use and how cheap it is, it's incredibly easy to do Etsy dropshipping because you only need $100, $200 for advertisements to actually get it up and get it going. And you don't have to use Etsy ads. You can start completely and utterly organic, or you can start with $1 a day ads where you're only spending $30 a month. So it's it's so cheap. The reason why it's so cheap is because there is not that many intelligent sellers on the platform that are using Etsy ads the right way. And Etsy ads are incredibly easy. So if you use them the right way, unlike other platforms like Amazon and Shopify, where there's so many intelligent people doing it, Etsy dropshipping, no one knows about it, so it's still incredibly cheap. So on to the third point, no one knows about it. And this is an incredibly big pro. And with Shopify dropshipping, everyone's been talking about it for 5, 6 years. And it still does work. Don't get me wrong. It still works. Everything works. But it's about the amount of effort you have to put in to receive money. With Etsy dropshipping, because no one knows about it and no one's talking about it, it makes it very easy to actually get started as a complete beginner. Because it's more of a level playing field. Whereas if you start Amazon FBA, you're competing against a lot of people that earn a lot of money, and there's so much information and knowledge around it on the internet that you are starting, and there's already people out there just doing so incredibly well at it. Whereas with Etsy dropshipping, it's only really been around for a couple of years, and it's not popular and no one knows about it. So it means that you're starting on a much more level playing field compared to doing something like Shopify or something like Amazon, where people have been talking about it for 5, 6 years and it's been popular for 5, 6 years. The fourth reason to start Etsy dropshipping, and particularly right now, is Christmas goes crazy. So on Etsy, Christmas goes insane. There is 5 to 10 times the amount of people on the platform in October, November, December. And you really want to list a little bit before this period. So right now is literally the perfect time to actually get started and actually get making some money with Etsy dropshipping. Because it's so much easier because there's so many more people on the platform. If there's 5 to 10x the amount of people on the platform, essentially it's 5 to 10x as easy as it is to get sales as it would be compared to February. Basically, it's a lot easier now because there's so many more people on the platform. The fifth reason why Etsy dropshipping is absolutely the best and the most important reason is because there's basically no risk. So Etsy basically has little to no risk because it's incredibly easy to do. So you're only gonna really put 10 to 20 hours into it in the actual beginning before you're gonna start seeing success. So you essentially have no risk of your actual time. And because it's so incredibly cheap to get started, you only need $100, $200, $250 really maximum. You're gonna risk very little of your actual money. So if you want to try it, and even if it does fail, you're out maybe 10, 15 hours and $100, $200. This is incredibly low risk compared to literally any other business model in the entire world. Like Shopify is going to be like 40 hours, 50 hours, and a couple thousand. Amazon is going to be the same. Like every other business model is going to take longer because it's not as easy as Etsy and it's going to cost more money. So if you want to actually start it, right now, Etsy Dropshipping, I think, is the best opportunity in 2024 for these reasons right here. If you want to know exactly how to start Etsy Dropshipping completely for free, then watch my free 45-minute guide right here or click the top link in the description below. I'll see you guys in the next video.